A small, grey shape scuttling across a dark ventilation grate barely registers as a threat. It looks exactly like a common pest, but look closer and the illusion shatters. That isn't a rodent. It has a tiny, pale, distinctly humanoid face, and it is studying you. Homunculi, Gehrud Trellier's signature technique. I should have anticipated that. I've said those words myself, the first time I pulled one out of a ventilation shaft with my own hands. It serves as the eyes and ears of arch-necromancer Gehrud Trellir, the culmination of a 2-century-old necromantic intelligence network. And in my line of work, underestimating that network once is usually the only time you get to make that mistake. Modern security architecture relies on scanning for digital footprints, radio frequencies, or sudden thermal blooms. This threat triggers none of those alarms because it relies entirely on analog, passive observation. It bypasses the world's most advanced security systems simply by pretending to be the invisible, mundane background noise we are trained to ignore. The Night Lords deploy these spies using the most ordinary vectors available. They are smuggled into secure facilities hidden inside the toolboxes of unsuspecting maintenance workers, or seeded through the equipment of contracted cleaning crews. Once inside, they don't hack terminals or trip digital alarms. They simply hide within the architecture, silently mapping patrol routes and cataloging resources without emitting a single electronic ping. Right now, heavily defended operatives are being meticulously documented from inside their own impenetrable fortresses, entirely unaware that their walls have eyes. To understand how this network operates, you have to look at its evolutionary tech tree the way I do. Starting with the legacy models known as Homunculi B, these older constructs were fully humanoid in shape, featuring pale grey flesh and rough patchwork clothing. They could only pass for a mouse in near total darkness, relying heavily on the shadows to survive. Trellir rarely retires a working tool without replacing it with something better. I've catalogued specimens of both generations still active in the field. The current active design, Homunculi A, is perfectly mouse-scaled, making it indistinguishable from reality at a casual glance. The leap in design is rooted in highly advanced magical craftsmanship. Close inspection of their pale linen clothing reveals the alchemical sigils of Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn, meticulously stitched right into the fabric. These sigils act as metaphysical signal boosters, drastically amplifying the creature's transmission range and piercing straight through concrete and steel. This enhanced range allows the homunculi to broadcast real-time data across continents, funneling intelligence directly to the Night Lords in Eastern Europe. Gehrud Trellir is often viewed as a creature of brute force horror. He isn't. In my professional assessment, he is a meticulous academic scientist who has spent 200 years iterating and refining the technology of espionage, which, I'll admit, is a colder kind of frightening than any monster. This presents a serious operational dilemma. How do you neutralize a magical spy that cannot be digitally jammed, tracked, or detected by conventional means? The answer lies in analog physics. Enclosing the homunculus inside a simple lead-lined container, like a medical radiation box or an ammunition crate, instantly severs its necromantic transmission feed. This is why Foundation leader Ado Eden established a strict operational directive for his field teams. Capture the asset, but do not kill it. The psychology behind this is precise. Destroying the creature sends an immediate signal to the Night Lords that they've been discovered. Silent containment cuts the feed without warning, leaving the enemy utterly blind and forcing them to second-guess the reliability of their intelligence. The true danger of the homunculi is best understood by looking at their deployment history. This is a fully realized global surveillance network. In New York, these constructs successfully infiltrated the heavily fortified Foundation headquarters. Hidden deep within the ventilation systems, they fed crucial tactical data directly to the Black House chairman before finally being uncovered. In Prague, An entire citywide surveillance net was dropped into place during a massive transit shutdown. They watched from the shadows, feeding real-time intelligence on Agent Macmillan, a man who didn't yet know he carried a dormant, unawakened paladin bloodline. And in the dense favelas of Sao Paulo, Trellier's extreme paranoia reached its peak. He deployed the network to spy not on his enemies, but on his own Black House allies, Archmage Lumina and the Ifrit Iblis. Together, these deployments reveal a clear pattern. Trellir trusts absolutely no one, and he demands total surveillance superiority over both sides of the Shadow War. This relentless need for intelligence stems from the core philosophy driving the Night Lords, the doctrine of the Puppeteer. Trellir does not engage in blind skirmishes. He demands total, suffocating awareness of the entire board before a single piece is moved. The homunculi are the physical manifestation of this doctrine. They put Trellir inside the room, allowing him to pull the strings before his targets even realize they are bound. He observes every weakness, catalogues every secret, and waits. And as his manipulation over his own allies successfully bears fruit, it becomes clear. By the time you notice you are being watched, the trap has already closed. I should know. I've anticipated it since.